Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are back in the 1.19 Let's Play, and today 1.19.3 has released, which is pretty cool. So today we are just going to be looking around the world at 1.19.3 as there has been a lot of changes. The first thing that I do want to do is over here, if we quickly just fly up to our farm up here, this no longer works. For the simple fact is, it actually uses the scaffolding, which in 1.19.3, mobs can no longer spawn on scaffolding blocks, which makes this farm completely useless. I'd also have here at a village, which is pretty good, and as another change inside of 1.19, the actual, or 1.19.3 should I say, the actual timer of a effect will now be exact. It won't show infinite logos, it will actually tell you the exact time, so I know that I have this effect for another 6 minutes, which is pretty good. But the actual fix for the actual, mob farm is pretty simple. All we need to do is just replace the scaffolding with any solid block. These villagers that have made their way into my base have started throwing me seeds because of the hero at a village effect. Although seeds are not something I need right now. Another thing I have been doing in between videos, I've been now and again just coming here and mining a lot of stone and also dirt to make this hole even bigger. I haven't got much done, but it's just something I do every now and again when I get time. Have I also got any stone inside of these chests? I have, because I think we're going to use stone for up here, as I think that's a very easy block to come across, and I'm pretty sure it should work. So this should be pretty simple to actually fix. All I really need to do is just break all the scaffolding, which I need to make sure I don't actually break holes in the floor like I did right there. This first one is probably going to be the harder one because it's all supported by the slabs. The ones up, all I need to do is like flap these trapdoors all at the same time, and that should work. I have now done that. As you can see, I now just need to do this on every single layer, which shouldn't be too hard. One thing I am going to do though is keep the scaffolding in the center block right there. That basically just does it so the observers don't update every time the water gets put down, because as you can see, once the source block goes, it won't go back into that block. Whereas if I break this and let you, there we go, now the water's placed, once it gets picked up, it will go down inside of this block. As you can see, it goes down, which updates servers every time it changes from level 8 to level 0, which breaks the farm. So by putting that, it can't flow back in, which fixes that. I've now changed every single platform from scaffolding to stone. So let's quickly just head up here and just make sure it works for a second. And actually, no, I forgot to do something important. I just need to head back in there. Okay, we don't even need to do it. I was going to put some blocks to stop the mobs from flowing down, but as you can see, mobs are raining from the sky. I quickly just want to check how full this is because I haven't really checked it that much. There is also scaffolding absolutely everywhere, which I will go around and collect because it is still quite useful. Okay, it's not too bad, and I'm pretty sure there should be a lot of scaffolding in here. It don't actually look like there is, so a lot of it has gone elsewhere. Let's now jump to the next thing I want to do in this video, and that is food. We currently don't have a good food source because it's just something that I've been just grabbing random bits here and there when we need it. But if I now head here, the villagers are kindly sleeping in my bed, but I now need to sleep. If I now head into this chest, no, not that chest, I must have not either brought it or it's in one of these. Yeah, it don't look like I've brought any over. Well, it looks like we're going to the raid farm then. So back to this raid farm, we can grab some emeralds, and I think the source of food is going to be golden carrots just because that's the best food source. As you can see, we have quite a lot of emeralds. Let's actually take a lot of these. Let's quickly just ditch all the stone, grab all of these, turn some of them into blocks so we can fit more. And then we can just take all these back because there's no point them being here. The filters are set up so they will always be filtered into these two chests. This one got anything in it? It hasn't. So there we go. That's all our emeralds, and we can now take the stone back and also the crafting table. One thing I did do, I updated this a little bit because it wasn't really picking up items that commonly. So what I done was I moved this dropper down and done it so the note block is closer and the lava doesn't dispense as often, so the actual allies have time to pick up more items. This one right here, as you can see, is picking up totems, and this one right here is picking up saddles. If you didn't watch the video where I built this, how it basically works is things go into here, which we can really just throw the spider's eye. As you can see, they drop down there. If the LA can pick them up, the LA will. If not, they will slowly be burnt when dispenser decides to activate. This is for things like crossbows, axes, and anything else that won't go into these filters that we don't really want. I obviously have some chests here for totems and some for saddles. I might set up one more for healing potions, because they are sometimes good to keep. One thing I did notice has happened off camera or while I haven't been recording. It seems like Endermen are taking blocks from this hallway, because I never left any stone here, and also this doorway is a bit more broken up than I remember. So I don't know what's happening. I'm guessing Endermen are just teleporting in here and taking blocks. That was me, because I was digging for some coal, I think it was. But yeah, there's just a load of random stone blocks here and there. Now let's quickly trade some emeralds for golden carrots. It would be nice to cure this villager. We do have a zombie up there. Maybe I could quickly zombify him and then cure him again, just to get that down to 1. Although it does seem like he's doing it quite often. Or maybe we could just get more farmers. Maybe that's something we could do and just put them, I don't know, maybe in this corridor. What I want to do is I want to build a automatic potion brewer, just so we can get a load of potions easier. For this, we are going to need some redstone, which apparently we have none of at all. Would it be in any other chests? There's some redstone torches right there. Yeah, that's the only chest it would be in. So, okay, there is some here and there, but not too much. I guess it's that time again. Straight back to the raid farm, because this does obviously produce witches, which witches have a chance to drop redstone in one of these chests. That's bottles, that's gunpowder, that's redstone. Okay, there's almost 2 stacks. That's, I think, gonna be enough. Well, I think I'm gonna build it right here. This is the entrance to our actual villager trading hall, and I think this is the perfect space for it. So if I just dig out a little area, I don't know how big this needs to be. I think it's quite small. It's not like a big massive farm. So let's now start building it. It's not actually a farm, it's a machine. So if I remember correctly, it goes something like there's a hopper on there, I believe. Then there is a brewing stand that goes on there. We'll be able to see that brewing stand, which is pretty cool. Maybe I should move it back by a block so it's not interrupting this, because I don't really want to see the actual... No, it's fine for now. So then from here, I believe we need a comparator leading out of either the brewing stand or the hopper. Here we go. This is more like it, because now it's a bit more hidden. I've just put the actual hopper to the back of the chest rather than on top. Then we need the comparator at the top right there. Where did that go? It went over there somehow. I need it there. We then need a piece of redstone right there. We need redstone right there. And then finally, a repeater right there. Now we need, I think, a hopper right there. Nope, yep, going into that like so. And this is where the actual water bottles are going to be controlled from. So we need to have a chest going like so we can fill that up with water bottles. And then I think we need a thing right there, redstone there. And then that should now be done. Because then this, once this is powered, it unlocks this hopper, which lets more water bottles into the brewing stand. Now from there, we are not actually completely finished, because we now need to actually have these going into there like so. And this is where the resources are going to go. So in this one might be, I don't know, golden apples. Nope, that's Vault Hunters. That one might be glistening melons, depending on what sort of potion we want. In this case, we want weakness, so we need fermented spider eye. We also need netherwarts, and what is the other one? Gunpowder to make it splash. Let's quickly now get the resources we need to obviously make the potions. Netherwort is the first one, and apparently we only have 2 netherwort. That's not good. We are going to have to go on the hunt for some more. The next thing we need is fermented spider eye, which we can make 11 of them at the moment. We could possibly make more. I think we've actually run out of sugar. And then the next thing is brown mushrooms that we're going to run out of. So let's do that. We now have 16, which should be enough just to get us started. And then finally we need gunpowder, which we have plenty of. If I even check over here, I think we have a full shulker box of it somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So gunpowder isn't a problem. And now if we head down back over here, I think this should be working. We'd also need some filler items, which I can just use as stone, I think. So inside of this one goes the actual fermented spider eye. In this one goes the gunpowder, and then we need one more up there for the actual what's it called, netherwort, when we actually make it. This isn't going to be fully automatic just yet because that requires more redstone. It requires some observers and stuff going up to power these, so it's going to be something we have to power for now. But the redstone here isn't too hard, so I'll add that off camera. I just wanted the basic thing working so you guys can see what it's like. The next thing we need to do is put some blaze powder. You'd also need to start with one netherwort in the actual machine, so the actual farm then starts brewing. Then the next thing we need to do is inside of here, we need to put some blaze powder so that can filter in any time that goes down. And then finally, we need to actually put the bottles, which I'm going to put a water source right there, just so we can obviously fill up the bottles a lot easier. And now let's just fill up this double chest with them. And there we go. That is now that done. So if I am correct, placing the button right there and clicking it should mean that this farm works. For some reason, the fermented spider eye got shot out. Did the gunpowder and the actual netherwort? Where did the gunpowder go then? Did the gunpowder get shot out as well? Maybe these need to be droppers rather than dispensers. There we go. I've now replaced them with droppers. So upon pressing that button, it fills up with water bottles, which is good. And it starts brewing. Now this should have a fermented spider eye in. And then this one should have the gunpowder and one more netherwort. That seems to have worked, I think. I think that is where I'm going to end this video. This was just a quick update to say that 1.19.3 is here. We fixed the mob farm, so now scaffolding is no longer being used there. And also there are a load more things in 1.19.3. But a lot of it is bug fixes, little minor tweaks, and also a lot to the creative inventory and creative mode stuff. One thing I do want to mess around with maybe in a future video is the snow accumulation height game rule. I want to mess around with that, but I don't want to do it in this video because I want to make sure it doesn't break anything within the world, because obviously this is a world that was made before. So I will do some testing off camera and maybe we'll mess with that in the next video. But anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys next time.